Good morning. Happy Monday, May 20th. Hope you're all doing well. Hope you all had a great weekend. We had a weekend full of grandchildren, baseball games. It's very fun. I'm moisturizing. My hands are really dry, and hopefully I don't get all of this lotion grease onto my paper for our project today. During the month of May, I have been doing some scrapbooking projects. I'm going to turn my comments on. If you're here, I would love to chat with you. Just say hello and tell us where you're from. Maybe tell us if you do scrapbook or memory keep in any way. How do you keep your photos? I'm going to turn the camera around. I have not even determined. Oh, now you can see my dirty, messy desk here. Let's move this over. There's lots of reflection on my glass mat. I love my glass mat, but when I'm filming, you think I'm getting ready for Christmas? When I'm filming, there's a lot of reflection and shadows, so I apologize for that. But I think once we get our project down here, it will be going good. Hey, Kat, how are you? Hope you had a great weekend. It was beautiful here in Kansas City. A little warm yesterday. We survived. We attended my grandson's baseball game. They won the championship in their age group, 10 and under. So that was fun. Before I get started, I wanted to remind you it's the 20th of May, and at the end of the month, this offer goes away. Here's all of our fun new in colors. I just love them. They remind me of Sherbert. When you join Stampin' Up! As a demonstrator, and there are many ways to do that. You don't have to do what I do. There are hobby demonstrators. There are career-driven demonstrators. There are part-time anyway, there's lots of different ways to do it. Put myself in the corner here. So if you'd like to talk to me about it or have any questions about that, I would love to answer those. We'd love to have you on our team. But during the month of May, I'm going to try and match our inks with the papers. You get, in addition to $125 worth of product, for $99. So you choose whatever you want currently on the Stampin' Up! Website. For $99, you choose $125 worth of product. And in addition to that, you get all of the new in color things. And I think I put the, so you get the cardstock assortment, the markers, the Stampin' Write markers, all of the ink pads, and then a pack of the 6x6 designer series paper. So you get that in addition to your other products. I probably shouldn't say it without checking, but I think it equals out to like $180 value for $99 and free shipping. So I just want to keep reminding you of that, because if you have a long wish list, it really is a great deal. And if I can answer any questions you have, please let me know. Okay, moving along. I said earlier, during the month of May, I have been doing some scrapbooking projects, some memory keeping projects in honor of our close to my heart makers joining Stampin' Up! Here's the first week. I did a simple one-page spread. Crafting with Kim says she's a scrapper for 30 plus years. That's awesome. Kat is enjoying the weather here in Kansas City as well and planted flowers yesterday. And it was wonderful that my grandson's team won the championship. Oh, and Kat wants to know if she can join again. Exactly, exactly. Um, they just keep coming up with these great offers, and it's like, oh, can I join again? um, anyway, the first week, and I'll link a playlist of my what I've been doing in May, so you can kind of watch all of them. But the first week, I demonstrated this single page spread. It was for Mother's Day last year, and then last week I did a traditional double page spread. I don't know if this will all fit in the screen, but I did 2 pages, and this is from a ball game, a Kansas City Royals game that we attended in 2021. So you can tell how behind I am in scrapping my pages. But this was really fun, and I showed you how to make these little baseball die cuts out of with a 2-inch circle. And I don't know if you guys noticed, but in my video, I had these all out of order. So I did notice that eventually, and I put them in the right order. So if you go back and watch that YouTube video or on my Facebook page, you'll see that I had them all out of order and didn't even notice it. But today, I thought I'd share this cute little mini album. And you don't have to use this for photos, but that's what I did. We went strawberry picking on Mother's Day weekend. So I had all of these photos from that day. We went to my daughter's house. My daughter's in Poplar Bluff, Missouri. And so I just printed out these photos, and I can, Kim actually, Crafting with Kim is on here, and I tried your tip, Kim, and I printed photos off using Canva in the smaller version, and I was real happy with how my printer worked. I did have some photo paper, so that was really fun. Anyways, so I just, and if you guys are interested, let me know, and I can show you, I can do a quick video how I did that in Canva, how I printed out these tinier photos on 4x6 photo paper is what I did. But anyway, the main deal is how I made this little mini photo album. So you can make them out of 12x12 designer series paper, and I'm going to grab my notes so I don't screw up on live TV. You know how I do that. Hi, Linda. Thanks for joining us. Okay, I'm going to use my Stampin' Trimmer a lot. Now you're going to want to pay attention to your pattern direction. It would have been easier if I would have chosen a pattern like this that was very, it didn't matter if it went up or down, right or left. I wanted my strawberries to be right side up, but you'll notice the back cover, they are upside down, but on all the other ones, they're right side up. So kind of pay attention to that. And we're going to cut this 12x12 into 2 pieces. So I am going to use my paper trimmer. I am going to cut this at 7x12. These are really, really simple to put together. Just a little folding and a little cutting. And then we're going to score this on the 12-inch side, so the long side, and you can see my strawberries are going the right side. I'm going to score it at 4 inches. So I'm going to use my scoring blade on my trimmer, not my cutting blade. That's why I love our trimmer. I can just cut and score on the same machine and not have to change anything out. And then at 8 inches. So 4 and 8. And then on the 7-inch side, we're basically going to score it in half. We're going to score it at 3 1/2. So you don't really have to pay attention to the direction because we're basically just scoring it in half. These would make fun little gift card pockets too if you didn't want to use it for photos. I thought this would be cute to you know, put some little, maybe a little gift card, a bookmarker, you know, create some things. Now I'm scoring, or I'm folding on those score lines. And I'm going to burnish that with my bone folder. So we've got something that looks like this. I hope you can see the score lines. And now I'm going to, let's see, how did I do that? I think I did it this way. So this is going to be the inside of my photo album. And see how I want these folds, I want my strawberries to be upright. So I folded it so that these strawberries, so it's kind of upside down. But I'll show you how we're going to fix that here in a second. We're going to put a cover on it that will change everything. So we've got 6 sections, and we're just going to trim, just like we would be making a bag or a box. We're going to trim up on these sections. These are going to make our pockets. I think I'm going to do it this way because I can see them better. When I have long cuts like this, I like to use my longer scissors. I think I bought these on Amazon a long time ago. I thought the gold handles were pretty. Okay. So here's the inside of our album now, and we've got these 3 little sections. Don't pay attention to that. It's going to eventually end up in this little booklet. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is see how I made this little pocket here to slip my photo in, or whatever I'm going to slip in there. What I did was I took a pencil. You could just eyeball it, but I'm just too, what do you call it? OCD to do that. I'm going to do it on this side. I want to start 1 inch from the top. So that would be here. I'm using my grid paper if you can't see. And then 1 1/4 inches. And you could make your pocket bigger, but I chose to do a shorter pocket. You could just cut it straight across and it would be fine. But I am going to mark that at 1 1/4 inches. And then I'm going to take my trimmer and connect the dots. Where I made those little tick marks, I'm going to line the inch up here. And I might have to fold some of this in to get it out of the way. See if you can see that. We're only going to cut from this tick mark to this tick mark. So I'm lining them up. I better make sure I did that right. No, I did not. I want it to be 1 1/4 inches. I'm going to do it on this red part. I want this to be 1 1/4 inches. Maybe this will be easier for you to see too. I'm making a little tick mark there. And then over here, I'm going to make a tick mark at the inch. And I'm just complicating this all to smithereens. Because you could just take your scissor and just swipe it. So I'm going to line up my tick marks now. I feel more comfortable this way. Okay. So I put the little 1-inch tick mark here and the 1 1/4. It's right in the gully of my trimmer. And then that makes that pocket. This one here in the middle, we're going to add a little flap later. So I'm going to leave it the way it is. But this little pocket over here, I'm going to do the same thing we just did. And I'm going to mark 1 inch. Over here, because we're going to cut it this way. And then 1 1/4 inches over here. Just a tiny little tick mark. And then again, I'm going to line those up. And this might be one of those that you'll have to rewatch and rewind. But like I said, you could just take your scissor and swipe a little. But I'm too anal about that because I wanted both my pockets to be kind of even, if that makes sense. I wanted them to be the same size. And I was afraid if I just cut them off there, it wouldn't be. Okay, so here's our little booklet. We're going to go like this. See how that's like a V? We're going to add a cover here in a minute. But first I want to take a 2-inch circle punch, or if you have a die, or a smaller circle punch. I just grabbed my 2-inch. It was on my desk from last week's project. And right in the middle, I'm going to just cut, make sure that's kind of in the middle and kind of even and straight. I'm just going to punch that out. And that's just to help our recipient know, oh, there's a pocket here and there might be something in there that I want to check out, right? Okay, now before we add our cover, we're going to add just a little strip of glue just on this edge over here. I'm leaving this part open. And you know what I forgot to do? It closes a lot more crisper and more square if you kind of trim the tiniest bit off of that pocket, which would have been easier for me to show you if I would have done it before we did it. We'll do this one. I'm just going to do a sliver. Like when I do boxes or bags, you all see me do this all the time. I just cut a little sliver, and that way everything folds up really crisp. It doesn't bunch up there at those corners. Okay. And I forgot to mention, this paper is retired, but it had strawberries on it. So since my photos were of us strawberry picking, I had to use it. This is the, I listed the products I've used in the description below. It's something eclectic, 12 by 12 designer series paper. Okay, now this pocket, we're just going to put our glue right along the edges. We're going to add this little flippy flap here with some Velcro, just as a little interest when you open the book. But first I want to close the pocket, so we're going to add a little strip of glue. And I like to use my multi-purpose liquid glue because I can do the tiniest little stream of glue. This is my bottle that I love, my fine tip bottle that never clogs. And I just put my multi-purpose liquid glue in it. And I have these listed over on my blog, theplaidpoodle.com. I think there's a tab that says Craft Room Favorites. Okay, so there's your little book. You could just be done with it. That would be really cute. But we're going to add a little cover and then embellish it a little bit. So for the cover, I am taking a piece of, let me look at my notes, 3.5 by 4.5. I think, what is this? This is a little bit over 3.5. But I think I want my pattern to run. See how these strawberries are upside down? I want my pattern to run with the strawberries right side up. So I think I want to cut a piece. The 4.5 would be, yes, running this way with my pattern. If you used a random pattern, you wouldn't have as much problems figuring all that out. But so pay attention to the direction of your pattern on your paper. And then this is 3.5 this way. So this is going to be the cover after we add a 1/2 inch score here. We're going to do a fold. Okay. Did I do that right? Y'all, what did I do wrong here? It goes like, oh, here we go. Remember the Z-fold. There we go. I'm going to add this right here. So we're going to add our adhesive on that 1/2 inch tab. We're just going to glue this right here. Is that correct? Hold on. Yes, that is correct. I made these last Wednesday, so it's not real fresh in my mind. So there. So now we've got this, and here's our cover. Now, why didn't that end up? Did I do that wrong? Oh, y'all, I cut it too short. I cut it at 4 1/4 instead of 4.5. Let's give it another go. 4.5. I cut wrong. 3.5. There we go. Now when I add my 1/2 inch tab, I hope I don't have you all confused. I always recommend when you're doing projects like this to take some scrap paper, which is what I did, and practice on it before you actually cut your final project. And then you don't waste as much paper, right? There we go. Now that should be the right size. Because it's a 4-inch square. I accidentally cut 4 1/4 by 3.5. So there's our cover. And you open it up, and it could be done now, right? But we're going to add a little flippy flap here. Right here. Just for some more interest, kind of fun when you open it up. So that piece will measure 3 by 3 3/4. And I'm using the red, or the opposite side. So I think this little scrap will work. Let's see. 3 3/4. Yeah, that's exactly 3 3/4. And then 3. Okay. Then we're going to score another 1/2 inch. These are just our little tabs that we're using to adhere to the booklet. Oh, I just cut it, y'all. Somebody give me a vitamin today. Shoot, I hope I have a piece here. I'm trying to see. How will my... Those are upside down, so maybe if I do it this way. Maybe sideways that way. Hold on, let me see if I have one more piece of that. Hold on. I wonder if this would work. This would work. This one I screwed up. 3 3/4. We're just going to cut that tab off. 3 3/4, yep. By 3. All right. Now we're going to put our little 1/2 inch tab here, but we're not going to cut it off this time. We're going to score a 1/2 inch. It's Monday, right? Oh. Okay, so there's our 1/2 inch tab, and we're going to add it right here, except I'm going to use the opposite side. And I rounded the corners. So I'm using my old, I don't know that Stampin' Up! Carries a corner rounder anymore. If you're a demonstrator on here, I know I have several. Do we have a punch that does corner rounding? This is an old retired one, but you can get corner rounders anywhere. Okay, so see our 1/2 inch tab here? I'm going to add a little glue. And I'm just going to fold that over. And that makes our little flap. Now, we're going to close that up, and you're going to have another pocket. This is going to be so cool. See how I've zigzagged that? So you've got your valley fold, your mountain fold, da-da-da-da. We're going to just add our adhesive on these edges. Of this panel with our lid. So you'll have another hiding place. So you're going to open the book. It's got these pages. And then you're also going to have a pocket right here that you could hide something in. You might want to put like a little bookmarker with a ribbon coming out so people will know, oh, there's something else in that little pocket. And then to close this out, I just used, I probably got these at Hobby Lobby, but you can get these on Amazon. I might have got them from Amazon. These are little Velcro dots. You can get all different sizes. I think these are 1/2 inch Velcro dots, and they're sticky on one side. So I just stick one there in the middle, and then add its little partner. And then stick that down. So that's what I use to close out my little pocket. Now I wanted to decorate this a little bit, so I took some ribbon. This is from one of our combo packs, and I'm not sure if it's still available or not. I just grabbed, I thought the pink, it's Bubble Bath, and I thought it looked really cute with my pink strawberries. I'm just going to put a little adhesive down. In fact, I think since I'm going to put my sentiment tag on there, I think I'll do it like this. Okay. This is real pretty satin ribbon, and it has like a little silver edge to it. And then I'll put a little strip here. To kind of hold that in place. Use my ribbon scissors. I had my ribbon scissors. Do y'all keep a spare set of scissors just for cutting ribbon so that they don't get dull? This is mine. And I pulled them out at our class last Thursday or week ago Thursday, whenever my last class was, to cut some ribbon. And I said, if I catch you using this on paper. Okay, so I just put the ribbon on there. And then I used, I'm using the ice cream swirl bundle for my little mini album. We're going to do the strawberries in the little basket here in just a minute. But I did the Hope Your Day is Sweet on a piece of basic white. With some black. And I had all my scraps of paper sitting here somewhere. Here it is. I just have a scrap of paper. And this is a photopolymer stamp, so I like to use my little paper piercing mat just to give it a little cushion so I get a nice crisp image. And I'm going to do that right in the center because I'm going to die cut this out. Now you could just cut a rectangle, but I had these new dies and I've been wanting to try them out, and I forgot what Surrounded Love, Unbound Love. Look at all those frames for sentiments. It has a coordinating stamp set. I did not get the stamp set because none of the, I just wanted the frames for the dies. But when you do purchase the bundle, you save 10%. So like I said, I listed the dies in my description. If you're interested in the coordinating stamp set, make sure you check that out too. I may eventually end up getting that stamp set. But I really, really, really love the dies. I love to do my sentiments on a die. But if you don't have a die, just cut a little rectangle out and stamp it on there. And then I did pop that up with some dimensionals. Kat has a piece of ribbon on her ribbon scissors. Great tip. I used to, and it fell off eventually. It fell off, and I haven't replaced it, but that is a great tip. That way you Never get them mixed up. And you know those are for ribbon only. Paper really dulls your scissors pretty quickly. So if you're a sewer or a quilter, you kind of know that. You don't ever want your fabric scissors to be used on paper. Okay, then I added one of these little butterflies from our paper butterfly accents. You get a ton of these butterflies, and you can put them on anything. I thought they'd be cute to see her. We're in the strawberry fields. You can paint these. You can blend inks on them. You can stencil them. There's so many things you can do with these little paper butterflies. They're so cute and so versatile and very cheap. And you get a lot. So you get a big bang for your buck. Okay, so that's that page. Did I do anything to this page? I added some strawberries, and I added some strawberries to this front page. So let's do our front page. I already did the strawberries, so you guys don't have to watch me color. But I'll show you how I did it. I'll stamp one just so you can see. We're going to use, here's another little frame from that Unbounded Love die set. We're going to use that here in a minute. So on the front, I took a doily because, you know, ice cream sundaes, strawberry shortcake. These are retired doilies, but, you know, you can get these anywhere. I keep all my doilies in this little plastic thing. I hate that we don't carry these doilies anymore. Maybe they're not in fashion anymore, but I like them for a background. And I thought a bowl full of strawberries would be cute with a little doily in the background. I felt like I needed something to kind of make my little strawberry bowl pop. So I just took one of these doilies, and I think you can get these at craft stores anywhere. I bet you could get them at Amazon. Or just use a die cut, a circle die cut even. I just wanted something in the background to make my bowl pop. Now, to do my bowl, I needed some Bubble Bath cardstock. I started to do it on Calypso Coral. Believe it or not, this background is Calypso Coral. I thought it was some kind of red, but it is not. So I'm going to grab some Bubble Bath. Sorry, I didn't have it in front of me. And I am just going to cut. I'm going to show you how I did this dish. Otherwise, I would have done this ahead of time. But I thought you might want to just see how I did this dish. So in our ice cream swirl bundle, you get coordinating dies to make an ice cream cone card. This will make a fold, and you can make a little ice cream cone shaped card. But I just wanted to make this little bowl. So I used the, I'll show you the other side. See how it's got all the texture? And I'm just going to run this through. I'm not sure that's the color I used, y'all. Where is that really light pink? This is the new in color, but I think it'll work. We'll just use it. This is not Bubble Bath. This is the new pretty in pink. Okay, so this is what the die does. It makes this little ice cream cone shaped card. Isn't that adorable? But I'm just going to cut this bowl out. I'm going to cut right along this score line. And then I'm going to just cut right here, straight across. And I just turn that into a little berry bowl. And it's got all the texture and everything. So I'm going to pop that kind of over here to the left side of the cover. And we are almost done with this project. This is like one of my longer videos. I don't necessarily like to go this long, y'all. Thank you for hanging in for those who did. Kim says she loves those dies. Are you talking about the Surrounded by Love dies? Those are so cute. I just love a good sentiment die, cutting the sentiment out. I just like to do that. Okay, so like I said, I'm going to pop my little bowl over here. How did I do that? Kind of up high. I kind of like the darker pink. It shows up a little bit better. And then I did these strawberries, and I'll just show you real quick how I colored them with a scrap of basic white. You guys can't believe how messy my desk is. It is the worst. Okay, I stamped them with Memento ink as well. And once again, it's a photopolymer, so I'm going to bring in my... I'm going to use our Stampin' Blends, which are alcohol markers, so I definitely wanted to use Memento ink so that that doesn't blur. And then I took a light Sweet Sorbet, and this is a retired color, but you could also use a real red. I just grabbed this one off the shelf before I realized that I think Sweet Sorbet is gone. But see how I left kind of the middle white. Then I took a Flirty Flamingo and filled that in. And then I just kind of kept adding ink, blending those edges out. And it looks like a little strawberry. It has a little bit of dimension when you do that. And then I colored the little leaves in with Old Olive because I believe that's what the color is in our paper. And these I just glued down. I think I'm going to send one of these to my granddaughter that was with us when we were picking the strawberries. I don't think my 11-year-old grandson would really care. So I'm not going to send him one. And I think I'll keep one for myself because now I have two. So I'm just gluing these down, and then I'm going to pop a couple up with dimensionals. I went ahead and colored and cut these last week. You guys don't want to see all that. And then I kind of did one little strawberry over here in the corner. It fell out of the bowl. It didn't make it. And I glued one kind of over here. And then popped this one up. Just however, you know, make it cute, however you like it. So that's the front. What else did we do? Oh, I glued a photo right in the middle. This is perfect for a, I think that's cut to 3 3/4 by 3 3/4. And then I also used one of the frames from that Unbounded Love die set. See all the ovals, rectangles, there's everything you could need. I should have probably even cut some old olive leaves from it, but I did not. And I glued it down. We are almost done. This is kind of one of my favorites, this little frame within a frame. And then I cut another one out, whoops, with basic white. It wasn't quite done. Wonder if it would look cute with the pink. I think on this one I'm going to try the pink. And this is also a stamp from that ice cream swirl set, but I only used one of the yums. So I probably masked off a little bit of this. I did this. Took a little piece of washi tape or a Post-it note, and then I just inked up that one yum. Now I have known people, and I have been known to cut my stamps, but that one was pretty easy to mask. Have you guys ever cut a stamp to kind of make it work when you didn't want to use the full? I kind of like that in the full pink instead of the white and pink. And then I also took another one of my strawberries and stuck it over here. Okay, I think that's all we did. Yes, that is all I did. Now, I don't know where my photos went. Oh, here we go. I did take a paper clip. I thought this was a fun little thing. And tied some baker's twine on there. And that's kind of cute to slip on one of those pages. So there you go, y'all. Now you can put a picture here or leave it blank. Like I said, you don't necessarily have to use this for a photo album. You could use this for a gift card holder, a little birthday treat. Be cute for a gift card from an ice cream store. But it worked really well for a little photo album. Like I said, I'm going to send this to my granddaughter probably with these photos. But you've got this little pocket here to slip some things in. You've got the back pocket. And then don't forget this pocket here that we made right here. So if I was putting something in this pocket, I would probably have a ribbon or something hanging out so that the recipient would know, oh, there's something in this pocket too. So anyway, that is my mini photo album. And wow, that went a long time. Sorry guys, that was almost an hour. I like to keep them at 30 minutes, but this was a fun little project. And if you have any questions about how I did this or the cutting and scoring, check back on my blog because I'll probably put a diagram, a cutting scoring diagram on there for you. And that way, all that confusion at the beginning it might help you. Thanks for tuning in, you guys. Have a great Monday, and I will be back. Next Monday is Memorial Day, so I will not be back next Monday. But you guys have a great holiday, and I'll see you the next Monday. All right. Happy stamping. Bye-bye.